What's up guys, Chartsmith here, and welcome to this new series on my channel, my journey towards propfirm payouts. We didn't start this journey on a good note, unfortunately, as you probably already have seen in the title. It was a stop loss. As we all know, stop losses are a part of the game, but to start your first funded account with a stop loss, it's not the greatest. It had some impact, I can't lie to you, but take the rest of the day off, do some other stuff, and you can clear your mind up again. There were some good explanations for the stop loss that I missed in the moment, and I will show that to you guys when this live trade is over, and then I will see you on the chart. Before going over the chart, I quickly want to share my journal as well with you guys to give you a bit more inside information about the risk management and how I journal my trades, because that is also a very important part of trading, of course. To the left you can see the date of when the trade has been taken, how many contracts I opened the trade with, and my risk. My risk is normally 0.5 risk to reward. That can change in moments, but there will always be a good reason for it. And when it changes, I will explain that to you as well, of course. This is the end result of the trade. In this case, it was minus $253.62. And then I write down the wallet after I've taken the trade, so I know where the count is at that moment. As you can see, we are just 1 RR in the loss right now. Then here, I will add a screenshot of the trade I took, as you can see, so I can always watch it back later. Then in this section, I put in the add-on on what I did wrong about the trade. I'm of course gonna tell you that in the next part of this video, so I will see you in the technicals. As always, let's start by looking at our higher time frame. Well, if you look at this, the higher time frame is pretty clear. This was in the time when the market was still dumping really quickly and really big. For me, in market sentiments like this, higher time frame, you can't do anything. I mean, it's just straight candles down for a whole week. So for this kind of price action, I'm only looking at the local picture on the lower time frames. So let's get straight into that. If you look at how the day started, as you can see, pretty grindy sideways price action day. It wasn't too interesting until New York started, of course. That always brings some volatility in market movements. Also, if we look at the 50-minute, the London and the Asia session was just one big range. There was nothing to play in here. But right when New York started, I must say just before New York started, you took out some nice liquidity. And after you took out that liquidity, you just started dumping down. So my bias for the day will be down until proven otherwise. And I'm looking on that lower high for that lower low to play. So knowing that we're looking for a lower high, let's zoom in a bit and see if we can find something. There was nothing really to the left for price to hold. The only thing that price did hold was this psychological level of 19k. After we touched 19k, price just started pumping up, and we have been trending up a bit on the local picture. As you saw, we took a short, and if you look at this, you maybe can say, well, why are you shorting? I was shorting because of a couple confirmations. But in the confirmations, that is where the mistakes were made, because the confirmations weren't right. Because as I said earlier, I'm looking at shorts because we had this massive dump, and I'm just looking to catch that lower high for that new lower low. So everything that happens in between this high and this low is all internal. Yes, you can make an uptrend, but if we shift that uptrend towards the downside, then you can look for shorts again. So that is what I'm searching for on the lower time frames right now. For that, we'll have to take a look at the 2-minute, because if we look at our structure, this is our low, this is our new lower high, our higher low. And after that, we had some grindy, not valid market structure. But if you look over here, in between here, we made this higher low, and what we thought was a higher low. But if you look, you can see we have 2 consecutive candles up, that is valid. We have 2 consecutive candles down, that is valid. But there was only 1 consecutive candle up, making this a invalid high low. So this is not valid. And that was the one thing I just didn't see right. I thought we had 2 consecutive candles up. So when we closed below here, I thought, okay, the market structure shifted. We broke below the higher low, making this our lower low. What can we expect after a lower low? Another lower high for another lower low. And if we look, we have a lot of juicy liquidity to target on the bottom as well. What also was really great about this high is you made an SMT with your last high. So that was also a really big confluence for us to look at this potential lower high and then the lower low. So after we broke below this low, I thought that was valid. We were looking for price to leave open the high you just made to have the confirmation, okay, we're gonna need liquidity from the lows. As you can see right here, we leave the high open and we also have inversed this 2 minutes for value gap that brought you towards new highs. So it's a really relevant for value gap to use. We inversed it, just the order on the bottom, stop loss above the high, and we wanted to target new lows. Well, as you saw in the live trade recording, we were wrong because of that invalid higher low, and price just made this new higher high. So that were the reasons for our stop loss, unfortunately. Luckily, we knew what we did wrong and we have learned something from it, and that's also part of the game. We take stop losses, we learn from it, take it with us into the next trades, and we take a win in the next one. So that will be it for this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Ciao!